Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the podcast. My name is Dala.
Greetings, my name is Ku.
What's up, everyone? This is Kong.
Hey, we're just starting this podcast to just hang out, talk about interesting topics. We do plan on having guests here. We're going to talk about our journeys, talk about the guests' journeys in life. Overall, we're just hanging out and having a good time, talking about everything. So, Christmas is coming up, and one of the most important things about Christmas is gifting. How do you guys go about gifting? Let's start with you, Ku. Is it like a wish list, or is it anything goes? How does that work for you?
Well, for this year's Christmas, they're just doing a lot of wish lists. I personally don't like wish lists, just because it kind of ruins the element of surprise. But then I guess when people don't really want to waste their time and they just want what they want, I guess that's what they go for. But yeah, I'm just doing wish lists for Christmas this year with my group of people. But yep.
No, you actually make a good point, because if you do a wish list, that does ruin the element of surprise. But then also there's the pro of it, where they actually get something they want, right?
Yeah.
Versus just
like
getting something random.
It's good, but it's like if you know what you want already, you could just go get it.
Right,
I
right.
think
I
the element of
disagree.
surprise is like,
I
the whole point of having
man.
a Christmas present wrapped is like, oh, you don't know what this is, And when you
Yeah.
open it, it might be something you like or maybe something you don't like. But it's kind of like the element of surprise. That's why the Christmas present is wrapped.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have like a wish list, you already kind of know, like, oh, it's gonna be one thing that I put on there, and then you open it, oh, you're like, man, you ain't surprised, you already know what it is,
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I mean, I guess it's a win-win situation.
Yeah. How about you, Kong?
I
How
disagree,
How do you go about
man.
gifting?
Always gotta go with the wish list, man. We grow up.
You must have had a bad Christmas presents.
We grow up, being like, surprise them with a gift, put a lot of thought into it. But that's not the case from my experience.
Mm-hmm.
For example, buying a lot of gifts to people that I have in the past and giving a lot of meaningful thought behind it. When they open that gift the same day, that's the last time I see them use that gift. Like, for example, I think it was a year or two ago for Christmas, I had my mom as a Secret Santa. And so I bought her like a pretty nice, sweater. I want to make sure she's warm and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Never seen her wear that once.
So, but that's different, though. If y'all don't know, me and Kong are brothers. So we have the same mom. And then I think she does that to every present. Even like all the presents I bought her, like she used it once and you never see her use it again. So I guess it's kind of like maybe a mom thing too. Because I think like, or it could be, I don't know, but I feel like it just could be like a mom thing where it just depends on the person.
Yeah, that's crazy, because that's how my parents are. Like, I would gift them a bunch of stuff. Me and all my siblings would gift them things. And like Kong said, like, you never see it again, because I know, like, my dad and my mom, they're really specific in like what they like. So for example, if I bought my dad a new wallet, he would not use it because he has his favorite wallet that he uses, that he's been using for 5 years. So he's like, no, I don't want that wallet. But he said thanks, so
see, because y'all be buying this something they already have.
Oh, man.
but you try to like give them something new and everything. Yeah, so
True.
No, man. I feel like when you buy them something on the wish list, they get something they want. So they're like, even though it's not much of a surprise, but like, yes, I've been wanting this.
right
Versus you buy them something, for example, a nice sweater. Like, hey, keep you warm. It's nice. It's a good design. Boom. Oh, thanks, but I'm not really a sweater person, said my mom. Or maybe that's what she's thinking. Nope, never wore it ever again.
I mean, it depends too. I know people who has a wish list, and I bought them those, and they never use it. So it really depends. But I guess you make sense.
that's
there.
kind of their fault, though. Why they have that on the wish list then?
I don't know, but
And for me, I'm a fan of like wish lists too, versus just getting anything. I'm open to both, but I do like wish lists because you get something you like. For example, if I made a wish list, I get something I want. And if they make a wish list, obviously they get something they want. So I'm a fan of wish lists. So that's
I think like if you like put the max limit of a wish list to like $500, then I'll be kind of excited. Like, oh, I could put whatever I want.
Uh-huh.
But if we were like doing like a $50 limit, I'm thinking like, okay,
Oh,
this is what I
okay.
want, but honestly, I could just go and get it.
Yeah,
But I just don't need it. But I guess I have to put something down on the wish list, you know.
Mhm.
But
So-
when you make a wish list, it's not, you don't put down stuff that you can just get yourself. You put down stuff that, yeah, you could get yourself, but
you
you're
can
like,
get yourself in.
but it's like you're not gonna put down like a phone charger or something like that, right? You're gonna put down something that's pretty cool too, like
yeah.
you know. So I don't know, man. I always go with the wish list, and a lot of time my girlfriend, she tell me like, I don't know what I want, and I'm like, dude, do you want to have something you want, or do you want something that I put a lot of thought and energy to, just so you don't want it and never see it again, you know?
Man, okay. So I'm going with wish list. Kong's going
Wish
with wish
list,
list.
for
Cool,
sure, man.
cool. What are you going with?
You
What's
going-
it called?
Wish list or
buying-
anything?
Element surprise.
Just
Yeah.
element surprise.
So Cool's going with element
You
surprise.
gotta buy them. What you feel like they're gonna like. What you feel like people in general like.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think one of the biggest things too is you kind of, if it's not a wish list, then you kind of end up buying things you like for people. You know,
Yeah.
I've had examples of that. Like I'll always buy my girlfriend like Bluetooth headphones, and I'm always buying myself that. So
Yeah.
I try to buy that for her, and I see her use it here and there, but sometimes she don't. So, I mean, do you agree with that too, or cool, or
But
do
it's
you-
not a bad thing though, because
Yeah.
there's a return receipt. You can go return
Like,
it.
do
You
you-
get the money, go buy
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Do you
know?
feel like you give people things you like instead? You know, when it's like an open, hey, buy me anything.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I feel that way, but I also feel like if I don't know what they want, or like I'm not good at buying what I feel like what they want, then I'll maybe like ask someone who knows them very well or knows what they like, or maybe I just might try to get it, or maybe I might just try to find out by like asking them, like you try to ask small hints, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's true. From my experience with gifting for my girlfriend, there was this one time she was like wanting to start game streaming and all that. So she already has like a camera and stuff. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna buy her some gifts. So I bought her like some attachments to her like camera. Like I bought a pretty sweet like portable LED light where you can boom attach the top of your camera.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, when I was buying it, my thought process was like, damn, this is pretty cool, man. I can picture myself recording with my own camera with it. Like, what if I go, like, you know, I can do vlogging in the dark spaces and this LED light, like, shines in it. So, like, I'm good. I bought her that, too, and, you know, never seen her use it. I think that's true, man. You really, there are, like, a lot of times where, like, when you buy someone a gift, it's more like, it's cool for you. But is it really cool for the
might
person you
be-
buy a gift for?
That might be different though, because with that, it's not just the gift itself; it's them having to actually film and video record it, which is pretty time consuming. So I feel like it might be the gift they want, but to actually like use that gift and actually put time into that gift, that's something that they might not want to like, or they might not have time for. Because I know a lot of people keep asking me about like, oh damn, I really want a camera should I buy it? So I always tell them, just record with your phone. Because I was
Mhm.
telling them, if you buy it but you never record your phone, you're never gonna use this camera anyways.
Mm-hmm.
You're just thinking you need it, but you don't really need it when you have your phone. But if you know that you're using your phone a lot, and then you know, okay, I'm really going to do this, then I'll buy this piece of electronic to actually help me. So I guess in your case, when it comes to that, maybe that might be what they actually want, but when it comes to actually using it, maybe they might not have time to use it. But I don't know.
Yeah, I also do, but I do think at the root of it, Kong ended up buying something that he likes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep,
you end
I
up
did.
buying something you thought was cool. That I like
Yeah.
this, so maybe she'll like it. Yeah. So
Yeah. But talking about that, like, I feel like a lot of people, what they want as gifts, they don't really need it, so they don't end up
right,
using it at the
right,
end of
right.
the day.
That is
right?
true. That is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, shit. You guys ever had gifts y'all had and then never used it, or just used it once or twice?
Yeah, I thought my sister bought me like a little couch pillow. It's like those couch pillows. It's like you put it on the
Oh.
couch and then it surrounds you. It's just like another pillow, but you put it on a couch.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's cool, but I never used it. My parents used it more than me. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I don't think I ever had any. I don't think I ever had any
Con-
gift. But yeah, I don't think I ever.
Yeah. I don't know. I think mine was just a small gifts where like you don't expect on getting. Like I got this one like sock where it's an indoor sock and you can wear it has the little rubber on
Oh yeah.
the bottom, so it keeps your feet warm in the house. But I'm like, I never touched that after opening it. To be honest with you.
Okay. Speaking of gifting, what was some of your favorite gifts throughout, like your life? We'll start with you, Kong. What's one of the favorite gifts you've ever received for Christmas?
Yeah, so I think one of the best one that I still think about to this day was when I was like a kid. I think I was like around 10 years old. There was these two guys. They were like they were from a program that helps like low income family with gifts in the holidays. And so it was me, Kuin, and the rest of our siblings who were like little kids. Like, yo, write like 5 things that you want for Christmas. So the number one thing I wrote was, I think it was the Game Boy Color at that time. I think that was the newest, game, the handheld game at that time. So Game Boy Color, I want Pokemon. But he's like, you're okay, not expecting much. And then boom, next thing you know, I really had the freaking Game Boy Color with Pokemon on it. It was like probably the best gift ever. I remember my brother Kuhn, they were like, damn, you really got that? And they wrote like some dumb shit, I guess. They wrote like silly, like something that, you never really put down like what you really want because not really thinking, they're not going to give me that. But boom, I got that. And that was like probably one of the best like childhood Christmas gift I got. That gave me like the Christmas feeling, right? Yeah, I forgot what that program was called, but shout out to that program because really giving kids from low income families like that holiday spirit for sure.
How about you, Ku? What was one of your favorite gifts ever?
Mine's was when my oldest brother bought me and Kong this flat screen TV. I think it was like 19-inch flat screen TV, and at that time like everyone had those big TVs only. And if you had like a flat screen TV, people looked at you like, damn, these family must be rich, like they're rich, they got flat screen TV. So my brother bought me one. I forgot how long ago it was, but yeah, that was when like it was rare to find it or rare to buy it, and then he bought it for me. But that was like my favorite. Guess because it came from like my oldest brother too. But yeah.
And then when Ku said that back then the TVs were big, we're not talking about the screen was big. We were talking about the back of the TV. The screen size was small like this, but the back length was long as big as hell.
It weighs a lot. Period.
All right, but what about you, Donna?
Man, I'm a gamer, so I love games as gifts, and I've received a bunch of cool games throughout my life. I got Little Big Planet as one of my gifts. I've got just any game I got was cool, man. So I loved playing games, and Little Big Planet was a really fun game to play with friends on a couch. So that one of my favorite gifts. I think that I got that from my sister-in-law. So anything game related, man, I'm cool, man.
You are a gamer kid.
I ain't gonna play this.
Yeah. So anything game for me is cool. Yeah.
Nice. So speaking of getting good gifts, what would you say? What's one gift that you actually gave to someone that you feel like was the worst gift you ever gave to someone?
Dang.
I guess I'll go first since I brought up the topic. So I think it was at my middle school. They were giving out like free gifts to the students, but the gifts were just like household items, like like deodorant, soap, toilet papers, So I was like, all right, cool. So they gave me a bunch of stuff, and I took it home, and I thought like, I'm gonna be nice and give these out to as Christmas presents to my family, So I wrapped up the deodorant and I gave it to my brother. At that time, I didn't understand, so like I gave it to him. So during Christmas, he opened it, and everyone was like, "What the hell? Why would they give you that? Oh, they're trying to say you stank." And then my head, I'm like, "What? I never thought of it like that. I was just trying to be nice, But I thought, like, oh yeah, that's a pretty bad thing to do, man. Give me someone like a deodorant, like implying that they stink and stuff.
Yeah. How old are you?
I was like, I think I was like 6th, 7th grade, so I might be like 11, 12 maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like, oh shoot, damn, that's a pretty bad gift. But yeah, that's the worst gift I think I gave out so far.
Okay. How about you, Con? You ever given out a worst gift or a gift that you felt like wasn't that great?
I don't think so. Like I feel like I have, but it's not like anything to that extent.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like not really knowing what the other person wants, so I just try to buy a thoughtful gift for them, and then knowing that they didn't like it.
Oh.
So it's not like, damn, I gave them a bad gift, but it's like, damn, I don't know how to buy them, so I'm gonna just buy these things that I think that they would like, just to find out that they don't like.
Do you have what was that specific gift? Do you remember?
Yeah, I guess my mom was one example, but it mostly had to do with clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think one of my past significant others, like, they know what to buy her. I bought her a bunch of clothes. never seen her wear any of those.
Oh.
So it's like, damn, I know she didn't like that, but I'm like, shit, oh.
Yeah. One of the worst gifts I've ever gifted. I used to buy a lot of fake electronics from China because, man, like freaking headphones are expensive, man. They're like $300-$400, So I bought a bootleg Beats headphones, and I had it for like a year, and then I ended up getting I got a new one as a gift. I was like, oh, I'll gift this bootleg one. And I ended up gifting it to somebody, to my one of my family members. And I was like, I felt like it was nice, but then I was like, damn, why did I gift her a bootleg freaking headphone,
Did you let
man?
them know it was bootleg?
I think they already knew because I was already letting them know too, like, hey, I'm buying a bunch of like bootleg headphones. Anybody want to buy bootleg headphones? So I gifted a bootleg Beats to one of my family members. After that, I was like, damn, that was whack, dude. Like, if you're gonna gift somebody something,
bootleg.
gift them like some legit things, So that was whack, yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
What carrying on, what do you consider Christmas food for you when you think of food for Christmas? Like, what is that Christmas food you have to make it Christmas? Start with you, Kong.
Yeah, us Asian folks, man, it always gotta be pho, man. Always gotta be that pho, man. Other than that, like, I don't know, man. You just
How about Christmas specific? What is
Christmas specific?
Yeah, what do you can is like? Oh, well, that would be you want that for Christmas, even though it's like traditionally or culturized.
Shit.
You'll have pho
The
sometimes.
gingerbread man.
I mean,
Yeah.
the only thing about me is those candy cane. I guess
Candy cane? Oh,
these,
yeah,
like
yeah.
Christmas is specific candy
Right.
cane for sure, but
We're not Americanized, man.
yeah, what is Christmas food?
Well, for me, example, I feel like eggnog is legit Christmas type food or drink.
That's a drink, right?
Yeah, that's a drink.
I don't
Yeah,
think I ever had eggnog.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I always like have to have that for
Oh.
holidays or Christmas vibes. I have to have eggnog.
Join the white side.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So I feel like eggnog is a big one. How about you,
Okay.
Coop?
Shoot.
Pho
Talking
again?
about-
Yeah.
Talking about food, we don't really have any. If you're speaking of traditional Christmas food, that is just a lot of Asian food, egg rolls, and yeah. Just
And
Asian
pho, man. You
food.
think about pho, man.
egg rolls food. The only thing I think about is like those gingerbread houses,
Yeah.
with candies and shit.
But have you ever
Well,
ate a
that's not
gingerbread
even
house?
food.
I don't think I've ever
I
ate a
had
gingerbread.
before.
I mean, I
It
ate
tastes like
gingerbread cookie,
Yeah.
just a cinnamon cookie,
Yeah.
you know.
shit. Yeah,
But yeah, I guess for me it's just anything minty too.
does milk
yeah.
count?
Milk every day, man. That's cereal.
I guess anything minty, candy cane, mint, coffee, whatever, mint, chocolate drink, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, because eggnog is actually minty too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cinnamon, minty, just those elements, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, now talking about Christmas in relation to quarantine, how are you guys celebrating Christmas this year? Are you guys just spending on, with your immediate family in your household? You guys dropping off presents, anything like that?
Yeah, for my family, my immediate family, we did a Secret Santa, and then we're just gonna do a video call,
Nice.
and then we're gonna open the Christmas presents, I believe, the morning of or Christmas Eve. But yeah, we're just gonna do a virtual call. Obviously, anybody who lives in my household will be together, but I have family from down south as well, so we'll be on a virtual call and just opening presents together. So that's how we're gonna do that.
That's nice. I think our family, me, cool. We're not doing anything.
Oh yeah.
It's just gonna be the
Yeah.
people in the house, which is me, cool, my older brother, Money, and my mom. Other than that, everyone else, they're just gonna do their own thing in their own households.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool because
Yeah, Christmas was pretty dead for our family. It's like,
Man, Thanksgiving was there too, man, for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that Thanksgiving too. We just, alright, we'll just, I guess everyone in the household will just get something and eat.
Yeah, our crew, we do annual Christmas get-togethers. We've done it for the past, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years.
I would say 5
And
years, yeah.
this year, we usually rent an Airbnb and go hang out like a couple hours away from city. But this year, obviously with the COVID-19, we're just doing a little small hangout, but it should still be fun. Should still work out. I'm glad we're doing that because it's fun to get together. You know, Christmas vibes and everything. That's like one of the best times ever. We're gonna do a potluck, bring food, so it's gonna be exciting for that. But as for family-wise, I guess both of us, our families, we're not doing too much.
Yeah.
But at least for the friends and everything, we're still kind of trying to get together and hang out.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right. And then I guess like in relation to quarantine, I personally we've been like just doing stay-at-home stuff like watching movies and stuff. What movies would you guys suggest for people to watch during quarantine? If you guys have any.
I have like a scary movie. Actually, I have 2 scary movies. One is called Terrified. It's like a horror movie. It's a foreign movie, so I don't know what language they're speaking. I forgot. But yeah, that's a pretty good scary movie. There are some parts where you're like, okay, too much CGI, but then in general, it's a pretty creepy movie. You're like, oh shoot, this like stuff you don't expect. Like, oh shoot, I didn't expect this to be like this. But yeah, and then another one is another scary movie too. It's called His House. It's like these refugees from Africa. Forgot where in Africa they moved to, I think, Europe or something. Over there somewhere, and then like I guess some spirits follow them, and then like they said like it kind of, if you like Hereditary, you'll like that movie too. It's pretty creepy too, but that one's on Netflix. And Terrified, I believe you have to subscribe to a channel called Shudder in order to watch it, or maybe you could rent it somewhere. I'm not sure.
Okay. Kong, any movies you've been watching during quarantine that you want to recommend to people?
Yeah, I would say one movie that I really enjoyed more than I thought I would be the movie on Netflix, Trial on Chicago 7. It's basically like a movie based on the protests during the Vietnam War. So that's essentially what it's based on, and they have like a really good cast. So they have people like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. They have the actor for Borat in there, but he does a pretty good job in that movie too, and just a good cast, good writing. I think with a lot of the protests in the past not couple of months, but like earlier this year, I think it kind of just like you can kind of understand it more. Because, when you're watching a movie based on something that it's not really occurring in real time, you're not really feeling it. But, like, seeing, like, all those protests earlier this year, you kind of like, oh, okay, like, you kind of get in the swing of things, too. And it's just a good movie, like, with a good meaning, good writing based on, real events. So, in general, just a good movie to watch. I'll recommend people to watch, yeah.
Yeah, that's good to hear for Netflix, because for me, I struggle to find movies on Netflix, man. I'll go on there and I'll browse for like 30 minutes and all of a sudden it becomes an hour and I'm like, man, I ain't even find a movie yet. I ain't even gonna watch a movie anymore, man.
Yeah,
so I end up not even watching a movie, so it's good to hear.
Actually, like, now thinking about like Netflix movie too, another good movie I would recommend is Hateful Eight. You guys heard that movie?
I think I've seen
with
it.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep.
Yeah, so that movie is directed by Quentin Tarantino. It's on Netflix. You can watch it during Christmas because it's based in like the Wild West during the wintertime. And it's like a really heavy or dialogue heavy movie, but it's also like really well written.
Yeah.
So even though most of the time they're talking, you're like engaged in like it's like a 2 hour and 30-minute movie. They also have like the extended version that's 4 hours. I watched both of it. Both of them pretty good too. I'll recommend people to watch that too. It's a good movie.
Okay. For me, I've realized that I'm a big thriller fan. Like I'll watch some movies and I realize I like movies that have twists and everything, or just crazy thriller. And the movie I recommend for people to watch is called Unhinged. It features Russell Crowe. He's from Gladiator way back, and the movie is pretty much a guy who's going through a lot and a girl who's going through a lot, but they run into each other in a traffic stop, and the guy kind of goes crazy and just attacks her throughout the whole movie. Super dope. Russell Crowe's awesome in there. All the acting in there is really good, just the action, and you're just like, dang, people can get really this crazy off of road rage. Like, wow, yeah. So
catch someone the bad day.
Yeah, so Unhinged is very, very dope. If you guys want to watch a movie, watch that. I don't think that's on any streaming platforms. I had to bootleg that, just like my just like my bootleg beats. So unfortunately, you'll have to probably find it bootleg.
Bootleg.
Yeah, so that yeah, that's the movie I would recommend.
Okay, nice.
Pretty cool.
Speaking of that, since we still have some time left, I guess we just shift over to New Year's since Christmas is just about 6 days away from the New Year's. Do you guys have anything planned for the New Year's or have any New Year's resolution?
Call?
New Year resolution. Hopefully next year the virus dies down so things can slowly start opening up. I'm planning to start hitting the gym again, because when I started my job before COVID, I was hitting the gym that we have at work, but because of COVID, everything's closed down, can't really do much. So I want to hit the gym again, probably slowly start dancing again. Yeah, I think that's it, man. Other than that, I guess just try to create goals and just be more active in whatever, and just active in general. Yeah.
For me, thank goodness I didn't get laid off during COVID, so I still have a job. Man, unfortunate for the people who got laid off during
That's
COVID, so
true,
thank goodness I still have a job.
Yep.
So just gonna keep working. Funny, but maybe might start looking for a new job. Yeah, because kind of let the whole COVID thing die down, let the new year start, refresh, maybe look for a new job. That's it for me for New Year's. Yeah, cool.
New Year's resolution, just I guess eat more healthy. I guess go out and try new things. I don't want really, but with COVID, you're pretty much stuck in one spot. You can't really go do anything.
That's why we're doing this. Yeah.
This year's resolution I had on 2020 was to do videography full time, but with COVID hit, man, everything got canceled. I was like, oh, all my gigs are like, oh yeah, we're moving to next year. We're like, oh, we're not doing it no more. So now I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm hoping that it'll work better for 2021, but I don't know I don't know for sure yet as well. But other than that, just go try to do something new, learn something new, and get out of my comfort zone.
All right.
Sweet.
Speaking of New Year's resolution, you guys don't know how there's like that argument of people are using New Year's resolution as an excuse when you could just do that right away. How do you guys feel about people making New Year's resolution versus the other argument, like New Year's resolution is just something that people make up can never like act on. You should always make a goal whenever you can. So like, are you for or against New Year's resolution? I get the argument.
Yeah.
A lot of people last year that was the thing people post about during New Year's, like
everyone.
Every year that's the new thing now. Yeah, like the past couple years, every freaking year people post. Man, people always do New Year's resolution. Can't you just do it right now? So how do you guys feel about that?
I think it's good or whatever, because some people do stick to it and they do it. For me, I've never really done those type of resolution things, or I've never really said it. It's just I just kind of go with the flow, which could be kind of bad. It is good. So it could be a good thing. You set a goal, boom, and you go after that goal. I've never really done it myself, but yeah.
Yeah, well, pretty much my resolutions for next year is pretty much kind of like the one from last year. It's not like I'm not working on it. I'm working on it, but it's kind of like, okay, it's not like there's an end to it. There are resolutions where you kind of set up a specific goals, like, okay, I want to, let's say, oh, I want to lose 50 pounds. You know, like to me, like I just want to eat more healthy. So
Mhm.
okay, I just eat a little bit more healthier than I
Mhm.
used to. So it's kind of like, it's not really a goal. Like, or no, I gotta eat healthy all the time. Like, no, it's just eat a little bit more healthy, or maybe be more aware of what you eat.
Mhm.
And like my resolution of like focusing more on my videography and going full time. I've been trying to focus on that few years before, anyways.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
so it's not like it's an ending goal for me because I've been already focusing on it. But maybe it's not something that I feel like works for others too, because maybe they just set it up. Because you know how a lot of people are saying, man, 2020 sucks. Like, man, every year is gonna suck. In that
Yeah.
case, like, it doesn't suck. It just sucks what happened. But to be honest, we put years to this shit. Like, it's just every day you wake up, it's the same thing.
Mhm.
2021 is not gonna change. You know?
It's funny how people say, man, 2021 is gonna be it. But it's like, yo, what if the virus don't die down, man? Come on,
Yeah.
man. You know, gotta be realistic. But when I think about it, I just think, in general, it's good for people to set those new goals.
Mhm.
Because it doesn't hurt anybody, you know? Why put people at fault for setting goals to try to better themselves?
Yeah.
Even
yeah.
if they do it yearly, like,
Yeah.
I think it's good. I think it's good for people in general. Like, I don't know why.
I mean, I
It's
don't like
cool for people to hate on it now.
I don't like it when people. I just say like November. I guess November-ish is when people start to kind of like have their New Year's resolution figured out. But it's kind of like, bro, you still have 2 months until the New Year. Why don't you just start now? You know, like
Yeah.
you don't have to wait until 2021 to even like, all right, this is what I'm gonna start when this year begins.
Mhm.
You can just already start it. It's up to you. So I feel like people who do have those resolutions are, all right, when the clock hits 12 and then goes to 2021, I'm gonna start doing this.
Yeah,
Like,
when
wait,
the clocks hit-
that kind of shows that you're not really dedicated to it. Because if you
Yeah.
did want to make that change, you should have already started already. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah, and then when it's 2021, I'll start next week.
Yeah,
I'll start
the
next. I'll start next.
same
Boom,
thing
I'll start
happened.
next year again. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
but still, I think it's still good for people to just put it in their mind. Like, all right, I'm gonna do something better.
Definitely.
day,
Yeah. There's definitely pros and cons to it, however you want to view it. But as long as you're setting goals, that's great. Well, we've talked about Christmas because Christmas is coming up. We've talked about gifting, wish list versus anything, our favorite gifts, movies, food. Let us know what you guys feel about those topics. Kong and Ku, any last words from you guys?
Yeah, go ahead and like, subscribe, and follow us on any platform that we're putting this out on. We're planning to have guests on in the future as well, so it's just not all three of us. It's maybe other guests that we might have that maybe you might follow as well. So yeah, go ahead and give us a follow.
Yep. Again, what they said. I don't have much to say, but thanks for watching and listening. We just really want to hang out and just have our viewers, enjoy what we talk about. So let us know what your thoughts are, and thank you for listening and watching.
Again, thank you very much for listening. Happy holidays. Peace out.